All right, boys and girls, we got ourselves a fun one today. I saw that vegan teacher just doubled down. Now, I don't know what this is about, but before we watch this, there's something that I think everyone needs to remember about that vegan teacher. That vegan teacher one time got in some drama for like saying the N-word, and this is how she responded.
Does this girl seem to you like she might be naturally intelligent, gorgeous, generous, exemplary, and radiant? She looks like she could be that to me.
Dude, that clip never gets old, dude. That never gets old because this lady's crazy enough to 100% think that she was doing something here. She thought she was cooking. She thought she was repurposing that, even with the hard R, to make it sound like nice. She's like, look how nice this is. And it just seems like an edgy, like, YouTube skit. And it's just her trying to be genuine. But god damn, son. God damn. That's just amazing, dude. This is one of the greatest clips of all time. And as soon as I saw that, I was like, this chick's unhinged. And she is going to be one of the lol cows of history just for this alone, dude. Just for this alone. But we got the vegan teacher doubles down. I knew I had to show that for context. This is made by Augustus the Duck. So let's get into it.
Well, guys, didn't really expect to be back this soon. If I title this video what I think I'm gonna title it, you might be a little bit confused. You might not know exactly what it refers to, but just trust me when I say that it's really, really bad, and this video is not like a jokey one about that vegan teacher like most of them tend to be. Yeah, it's genuinely time for her to be banned off of YouTube, really all social medias, ideally, but YouTube, this is my plea to you to get who I believe is genuinely a dangerous person to be on your platform off of it. Hopes aren't exactly high though.
Now, okay, here's the thing though. I want to be like straight up beforehand. I'm very against deplatformization. I don't think it really does anything unless you're actually causing actual violence. Now millions of people bullied vegan mom and her vegan baby. I called out the vegan phobia and my video was banned. This is a horrific vegan phobic world we live in. We better be brave, better be sane, be vegan, don't betray any babies or moms, no matter what their skin color or species. Okay, so I thought maybe this had something to do with it, and I wanted to make sure that she didn't say, like, kill all of a certain race or something. But I don't think, like, unless you're just, like, absolutely saying, like, go and this group of people, go off-ski this gentleman. I don't think, unless you're actually breaking actual laws, you should be banned off the platform. I think that the internet has a good enough job of clowning on people that are dumb enough or horrible enough like this that you will consistently just not be relevant as... you won't ever be relevant as like a rational voice in certain groups if the internet has like the free reign to really clown on people. So I'm just never been a big guy on deplatforming. I think that all it does is empower a lot of people. Like if you deplatform somebody, all of a sudden they'll get a following because they're looked at as the villain, and they're not the villain. They're looked at as a martyr, and I haven't seen deplatforming really work well.
Now, honestly, I've gotten to the point where I'm just kind of tired of talking about this woman, but I don't really think the whole, like, allow her to fade into irrelevancy method is really gonna work here. Nor do I really think that's the method we should have to employ. That vegan teacher has officially doubled down on something that she said last year that should have gotten her banned then, and with YouTube parading as the platform of child safety, allowing her to do it a second time would be insane. Genuinely, it has gotten to the point where that vegan teacher is a big enough name that unfortunately what she says kind of matters. Like, it's not like this is just some random channel saying shit like this. A lot of people know who that vegan teacher is, and for YouTube to allow her to continue to spew this insane shit is a really, really bad look. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about, around 9 months ago, I made a video on that vegan teacher after she compared feeding a baby a barbecue rib to a man forcibly inserting his genitals into a baby's mouth. Pretty shortly after the video where she made that comparison was taken down, but for some reason, who could know what that reason might be, yesterday she made a video defending her take, her comparison, and she doubles down on it.
That's wild, dude. That's fucking... she said some wild shit, but like, again, dude, if we're gonna be like honest here, she has a lot of subscribers, but I think it's just like for getting like people making fun of her. If you look at her views, you look at her channel subscriber count, 260,000 subscribers, right? And you look at her actual view count, it's not that great, dude. It's not that great. It's kind of it's more like a lolcow view things. It's more like, oh, this person's popular, so I'm gonna tell them to be vegan. I'm gonna do this shit. She says wild stuff for here and there, but it's not like, it's, if she would have said, like, you should do something awful, then yes, like, if you're promoting violence or promoting abuse of children, that's different. But I just, like, you look at this, it's not like she's out here every video getting hundreds of thousands of views. She blew up because of the fact that people like you are making fun of her, and they want to see the lolcow downfall. I don't think that she actually has any pull in any communities.
That vegan teacher, as a 60-year-old woman who used to be a school teacher working with kids on the daily, once again compared feeding a fucking barbecue rib to a baby to a man sticking his genitals into a baby's mouth. Why this psycho is still allowed on YouTube and is allowed to say shit like this and monetize it, I don't really know, but I'm gonna throw another log into the fire and hopefully get YouTube's attention. We'll see. Let's begin. Please subscribe.
Let's talk about that video I did. The one that got banned. All right? To tell you the truth about what happened. And hopefully you'll understand. First of all, let's all agree on a couple of things. Treating babies badly is not okay. Disobeying parents' orders is also not okay.
Dude, I like this fucking Johnny Bravo character in the back that's just walking like this, dude. He's just like, he's like, hey, pretty mama. Oh, wait, you're the vegan teacher. I need to get the fuck out of here. Oh, wait. Hey, don't you touch my hair, bitch. I don't know. He just reminds me of, like, Italian Johnny Bravo.
Right? For example, let's
I
say
think they're in Italy. This might be Spain. I don't know. It's Europe.
that you had a babysitter come over and you told the babysitter, do not feed this baby any cookies. I don't want you to feed the baby cookies. I don't want her to have a sugar high or whatever. Whatever you decided. If that babysitter went ahead and disobeyed your orders, that would be wrong. And you might even fire her. Certainly you wouldn't be happy.
The worst part of this entire thing is that vegan teacher consistently proves time and time again that she is not clinically insane, because that means she's making these comparisons, she's making these videos with a clear headspace. Yes, absolutely. If you hired a babysitter and you said, hey, don't feed my baby any cookies, and they fed your baby cookies, that would be wrong. You know what that would be a good comparison for? Feeding a baby a rib when the parents are vegan and they don't want the baby to eat meat. Why didn't you use that one, Miss Katie? Would have made a lot more sense.
Now what happens if it's your sister who is taking care of your baby and you are vegan? Try to picture it. I know most of you can't picture that, but just imagine that for a moment. You are vegan and you have this cute baby who's about 1.5 years old, and you're vegan, and your sister is babysitting. So your sister decides that she thinks it would be really funny to make a video and put it on the internet of her niece eating the flesh of a dead animal.
Okay, yeah, so the original video that she's talking about was this video of a baby eating a barbecue rib, and the caption was something stupid like, my sister's a vegan, I'm feeding the baby a rib for the first time. One of the silliest things about all of this is that vegan teacher doesn't realize that the video was a joke. Like, it was obviously just a video of a baby eating a rib that somebody put a stupid caption over. She's upset over nothing, which makes this all so much worse.
She thought that would be really
I don't know, it makes it funny. Like, here's the thing. Yeah, did she say some, like, edgy, cringe stuff? Absolutely. And, like, did she take a wild comparison? Yeah. But remember, this is the lady who legitimately trying to repurpose the N-word. Come on now. Like, she might be, like, rational at times and know how to rationalize her stuff because that, like, builds into her insanity. But this lady is a lolcow. Like, she's gonna be saying wild stuff. I don't... So this is weird because I wanted to come in and make fun of the vegan teacher because she is a clown. She is an absolute goon monster. She's honestly a giant dipshit. But I don't know. I don't see. I'm not gonna be here like, oh, we should get a ban because they said something fucking wild. The video got banned. She's still like, what are we talking about here? Like, I don't know.
funny. And actually, millions of people pressed on that and thought it was hilarious. Why? Because vegan phobia is real. Bullying vegans, It's a real thing that people do. It's pretty disgusting. So what this sister did is she gave her niece the bone of a cow, I think it was, a dead cow.
Oh, if it was ribs, it was probably a pig. It's probably a pig, to be honest. If it's ribs, I don't think a lot of people are eating beef ribs. Like, they do eat beef ribs. That's like a big thing. But if a baby was fucking holding a beef rib, that shit would fucking crush their tiny ass, dude. The beef ribs are like fucking rubber bram, and pig ribs are like this. So I'm guessing it's a fucking pig rib.
And she put barbecue sauce on there. Now, as you know, barbecue sauce has spices in it, and a big thing that it has in there is a lot of sugar to make it taste succulent. Now, you could put the same sauce onto tofu, which would have been great. That would have been a way to be kind to the baby. And
it would have been kind to the baby. Yeah, the baby's malnourished. Why does your baby look like it was made out of Lincoln logs? Well, it's because I only feed them lettuce. And I fucking hate meat. Meat is murder. I don't understand these people. I think it's fine to make fun of people online. I'm 100% for bring bullying back. Fucking tell these people, like, it'd be so funny if she walked into every restaurant and they're like, we have vegan options. It's this piece of lettuce, and then they just dumped meat on it and handed it to her. I think that'd be fucking hilarious. I don't get, like, well, oh, we can't make fun of people anymore. We can't tell them that they look like fucking squiggly homeless retards anymore because bullying's bad. Oh, shut the fuck up, dude. Oh, yeah, vegan phobic. Who cares, dude? Who fucking cares? Dude, the whole phobia thing. It's not like I'm out here and I see a vegan person and I'm like, ugh. It's like, yeah, dude, live your life the way you want to live, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna make jokes about it. Like, it's not like I'm out here with a sign that says, "And all vegans." And no, dude, I don't fucking care that much. None of this shit affects me in the slightest. You can be whatever the fuck you want to be, but like, yeah, you expect you're out here trying to push your fucking views. You're trying to take your elongated clit and slap it on people's fucking foreheads and tell them be vegan or you're a fucking monster. Obviously, you're then bullying. You're doing the same thing that you're mad about. You're fucking being a little fucking cum falcon, and that's stupid. Don't be out here being a little bitch about things, dude.
And to honor her sister's wishes. But that's not what she did.
I might have to go back on the whole, like, clear headspace thing, because it seems like she might almost believe that people didn't understand, like, the reason she was making the video, and that's why they're mad, and not the fact that she made an insane comparison. Yeah, Katie, we get it. Any adult with a developed frontal lobe understands that if your sister's vegan, and she's raising her baby vegan, if you're babysitting the baby, don't give it meat. Honor your sister's wishes. You don't stick your hand in other people's parenting. You don't give their children things they don't want them to have. Yeah, we all get that. Nobody's misunderstanding why you're...
Yeah, and don't get me wrong, what she fucking said about the basically eating a rib is like shoving your dick in a baby's mouth is definitely the fucking wrong way to go about it. But it's like we're saying, like, fucking, she's saying fucking wild and edgy shit on the internet, and that's like what the internet is, dude. I'm not saying that what she said is right. I'm not saying that it was fucking rational. I don't think she should be banned, her entire channel be nuked because she was edgy on the internet. Like, I mean, like, obviously she's a fucking lolcow, and lolcows be saying and doing wild shit. But I just, you're never gonna get me on the side of deplatforming unless they say, like, go kill this person, or like, molest this person, or do an actual act of violence, because unless they're inciting actual violence or saying something that's actually breaking a law, I just don't really see the point. Or if they're actually like a predator or something, right? Like, I thought the EDP ban was 100% like fair and the right way to go about it, because he was literally caught trying to solicit minors, right? He was 100% caught trying to get that cupcake, and having somebody like him get a broader audience of people that might be kids when he's out there trying to diddle kids, that then puts it in a very dangerous position, and you're then contributing to somebody potentially breaking the law and putting somebody in danger. That I understand, that I get, but like, making a fucking stupid edgy comparison do I disagree with it? Absolutely, wholeheartedly. I think that my shits that spread across the back of the toilet because I don't ever have solid poops have more logic in their splatter than what she says on a daily basis. But getting her banned, I don't know.
You're upset about that. The reason people thought it was funny is because, once again, if you're an adult and you have a developed frontal lobe, you could reason out pretty quickly, hey, this video is just a joke.
So this vegan mom would have been so proud that she's raising this daughter, and she will be able to tell her daughter at the age of 18, sweetie, I did my part. I helped you maintain your vegan virginity. Now listen to the word.
What the fuck are we even talking about, dude? Vegan virginity, dog. Come on. Come on, you're so silly. That's so silly, dude. Get out of here, bro. Dude, like, if you're wondering if I already fed my kid, like, different types, yes, dude. I've given her shrimp, I've given her chicken, I've given her beef, dude. She likes, what I eat, if I don't think she's gonna, like, if I'm not worried about her like choking on it, like I'm obviously not gonna give her throw a bunch of marbles in her bowl and say, oh, I hope you don't die. I'm obviously not gonna do anything fucking weird like that. But like, if I make a food that I think that reasonably she can eat, dude, I'm fucking giving my baby that food. Like, this vegan virginity shit is so fucking retarded, dude. It's so ideologic. It's just all ideology based, and I don't know. I think here's the way I think you should like, okay, so if you want to raise your kid vegan, do whatever the fuck you want. I really don't care. And I think that like you can like put the best you can into your kid. Like say, okay, I wanna raise them this way, and then like let them get old enough to make their own decisions. And then if they want to do whatever they want, don't be mad about it. But I have a feeling, dude, that her kids, if they're not vegan now, I bet that fucking infuriates her at a level that she would probably cut them out of their life. And I just don't like people like that either. That are like, dude, you're fucking not vegan, dude. Oh, you're never allowed in my house again, you fucking dirty smuggle boggle. And then like it's the same thing where people find out their kid's gay and they're like, get the fuck out of my house, you fucking fairy. I don't like those people either, bro. It's like one of those things that it's like, why does their choices as an adult have any effect on you? Just like fucking relate to. I don't understand why like parents that see their kid having a different opinion, they're like, oh no, you have to think the exact same as me. you should be willing to have those discussions and say like, listen, I'm not moving on my ground and shit. Like, you can have that opinion, I can have my opinion. We can move the fuck on and find our common ground again, but like you would with a friend, right? Because I'm sure normal rational fucking people out there, friends disagree with them on a lot of shit. None of them agree on everything. Most of my friends, we disagree on a lot of shit. So the fact it's about the shared interests we have. Like, if your friend group agrees with you on everything, you have a shitty fucking friend group and you're just living in a circle jerk. Sorry, I just fucking told you the truth.
I'm using the word virginity in the sense that she has never had any dead animals or their secretions enter her body. Her mother protected her from that. Her mother didn't deceive her. Her mother didn't put corpses on spoons and pretend it was peas or carrots or oatmeal.
I don't think anybody's pretending it's peas or carrots or oatmeal. They're like, this is beef. What's beef? It comes from a cow. Did they kill the cow? Yes, they killed the cow, but it's tasty. That's what, like, we're on the top of the food chain, baby. We are meat eaters. You see these pointy teeth? You see these pointy teeth? That's for cutting meat, my dog. And like, it's just, I mean, you look at just like how like cows' teeth are. They're all like big fucking square nom machines, like our back molars are. But you look at like animals like for example, what is it? The sheephead the fish, dude. They got people like sharp front like the fucking blade like front teeth like us, because they're crunching on fucking oysters and shit all day, dog. They be munching up little crabs because they're all about just tearing into some meat. So like we're like biologically designed to eat that shit. Now if you don't eat it, that's your choice, and I'm cool with that. Do whatever the fuck you want. I'm not gonna come in and like slap my meat on your fucking forehead and say, oh dude, isn't this funny, dude? But like at the same time, like I don't like making it like pushing my views on other people and these people pushing their views onto everybody else. That's why like you'll never see me just like be like my entire channel just be 100% politics or 100% like woke stuff or anti-woke stuff or fucking all I only have this opinion. It's just like I like bouncing around and doing different topics because I have a bunch of different interests. And also if I get ideologically captured where I'm only doing one type of content, I feel like at the end of the day, all I'm doing is trying to push my views onto other people, and I don't want to fucking do that. It just seems like a waste of time to me. It feels like it's gonna be like, eventually I'm gonna be hypocritical about something, and I'm gonna be a fucking little douche asshole, when I could just be living here, where when I'm hypocritical, people just see me as a chaos fucking nut dragon, and they love me for it.
She told her the truth. These are actual peas and carrots and oatmeal, and I'm not going to give you any dead animal body parts. And she trusted her sister to keep that promise too. But her sister betrayed her, and she betrayed her niece. Now, when you think about virginity, let's say in particular a girl's virginity, what do you think of?
Okay, so now she's gonna try and defend the use of the phrase vegan virginity when talking about a baby. Now, not only would it be weird on its own if you were just talking about a quote baby's vegan virginity with no other context, but the fact that she can't understand why using that phrase is so unbelievably fucking weird when she made the comparison that she did, she's just fucking clueless.
You are no longer a virgin when a man's body part has entered you, right? Generally, people would say that. That would be the definition. So what happens when somebody, without your consent, puts the body parts of a dead animal inside your baby's mouth? Think about it for a second. See, what creative people do when they're making videos is they use analogies like that. And that's what I said, is I said we had no right, nobody ever has a right, to take a...
You see, basically, forcing your kid to eat meat is the same as rape. Like, the reason this is funny and the reason people watch her shit isn't because she's making irrational arguments, it's because she says fucking unhinged shit like this. That's why she exists. And to pretend like she's out here actually like spearheading a movement is fucking hilarious. Now, I don't hate John Swanathan or whatever this guy's name is. He's not John Swan. He's Augustus the Duck. I don't hate Augustus the Duck. I think his intentions are pure here, but you do stand on like this, let's say you fucking start banning people for like saying crazy shit, right? And then you got somebody like the whitest kids you know, or you look at some of like these early YouTube like comedy things, such as Cyanide and Happiness and some of this stuff, and then what's too far for them as a joke, right? You think, well, they're kidding, she's not, right? She's rationalizing it. But at the same time, you have to remember how YouTube works in their moderating system is it's all automated, so they're going to be looking for like buzzwords and shit. They're going to be looking for phrases. They're going to be looking at reporting and stuff. So they see this shit, they take it down, and then all of a sudden somebody else who's making a joke and making like trying to be funny or making fun of this bitch and they see this shit, and then they start striking people that are just being edgy, right? And I just feel like you start justifying banning like losers like this, you just open the door for kind of a slippery slope mentality, and that's my position. Now, you can full-heartedly disagree with it. You can be down in my comments telling me I'm a little fucking spurg monkey, I'm a mayonnaise monkey captain, I'm a chalk demon, I'm a fucking little pussy boy or whatever. I don't care. I'm not going to change my opinion that I disagree with deplatforming. Now, what she's saying is fucking unhinged fucking garbage, bro. This is absolute trash. She is a fucking goon goblin.
Away a baby's vegan virginity. Not a parent. Definitely not an aunt.
Shit like this is what gives vegans such a bad rap. Grown woman confidently stating with her chest that it's totally okay to force veganism on a child throughout their entire childhood, and in the same breath saying that a parent has absolutely no right to feed a baby meat. It's so funny to me how people are able to trick themselves into believing that their lifestyle is the only correct one, and how their lifestyle is the morally correct one to force onto their child, and all the other ones are bad.
So what did I do wrong exactly to warrant my video getting banned? Absolutely nothing. I stood up for the victim. That's the baby. The baby is the victim. The baby had a right to not be exposed to these dead animals being put into her body. She was tricked. She was sucking on something. Now think about it. If this happens in a sexual way, if some
She was sucking. And you know what else is sucking? Blowjobs. And now that we are talking about blowjobs, this baby is giving a blowjob to an animal. And that is zoophilia. Did that baby sign up for zoophilia? No. So basically, you guys are the degenerates, not me. This is like irrational fucking unhinged logic, dude. This is fucking word salad at its best, dude. This is making jumps and comparisons that make no sense to try to use shock value to add more value to your argument. It's doing nothing more than that, dude. She's just taking her elongated granny nipples and like tying them together and then like fucking strapping them around your eyes and saying, "See the way I see, you stupid fucking cuck. You stupid cuck, see the way I see." And that's all she's doing, bro. And should she be banned for this? Probably not. But is she a fucking clown? Absolutely.
disgusting pervert ever did that to a baby and stuck something else into her mouth covered in a sweet syrup, every single one of you would be disgusted. But the reason that you're not is because we are vegan and we are calling you out on your terrible behavior.
That 45 seconds should get that vegan teacher not only banned off of YouTube and every social media platform, but should also get her thrown underneath a prison in solitary confinement for the rest of her life. You are either one of the dumbest people to walk the earth, or you are just genuinely psychotic. Abso-fucking-lutely not. The reason that people would be more upset if somebody sexually assaulted a fucking baby, more upset than they would be if somebody fed a baby a rib, is because they are two entirely different things and they are not comparable in any capacity whatsoever. If you genuinely believe that those two things are comparable, you belong in a fucking prison. Walking around with that kind of mind,
okay, I'm gonna disagree with old Augustus the Swan here, right? Not that I don't think the comparison is absolutely unhinged and fucking wild, but to be fair, in context, to be King Jiffy Coat's fair man, she's saying both things are very bad, right? So she's saying they're bad. She's not agreeing with them. She's saying they're disgusting, and she's putting her views of basically you believe that, she wants you to feel like the sexual assault is equivalent to the assault to animals. It's not her condoning that behavior. Now, if she would have said like, if you want to believe that, then you're basically, like, she's not condoning it in any way. That's the problem. I don't even know how to compare that. I don't even know how to make a fucking metaphor that's good enough or funny enough to make that explanation make sense. I just don't. I think what she said is unhinged and fucking retarded. Absolutely, she's a fucking retard. But is it condoning sexual assault to kids? Absolutely not. It's not. It's from what if you take her words at their fucking value, it's actually against that. But she's just hyper conflating it into something she believes in to empower her argument. That's all she's doing. It's not the it's not like she's out there like, oh, you should go have sex with kids. Obviously, you shouldn't do that. That's the worst thing in the fucking world. And she even says that. She just believes that veganism's up there with it, which is not. Like, anti-veganism is up there with it, which is not valid in even the slightest logical argument in the entire world. I just think we're I think again, Augustus the Crow is over here like making a good play, a virtuous play, but I think his heart's in the right place, but I don't think that cracking down on and like banning her whole channel for like a bad comparison is the right way to go. I mean, this is like, even the N-word thing, as bad as that is, as horrible as that is, I'm going to be on the position of, that was cringe, I wouldn't have done that personally. That wouldn't have been for me, dude. I think that was fucking, like, wild, but I still think it's kind of funny because it exists. But, not that I think it's funny that, like, they should have more of that, like, she should just be, like, doing that on a regular basis. But I think it's funny that it happened, and it's fun to, like, point and laugh at dipshits on the internet. But even that, I don't think is, like, ban-worthy, right? I think that banning should be held for only people that are actually like fucking vile. I think that the focus should be, because there's definitely corn on this platform. You can definitely find it. There's definitely like insidious acts of people actually going after kids and shit on this platform. That should be focused on. Little side shit like this is a distraction. It is a distraction. It's the same stuff where they're like banning people for political opinions, banning people for saying something too edgy, when there's actual monsters here and they're putting their focus on shit that really doesn't matter at the end of the day. That's my point.
Walking around believing those things, you are a danger to the public. Your history as a school teacher should be investigated, and I mean that genuinely. If you as a grown woman cannot conceptualize the difference between those two actions, something is severely wrong with you. This is like comparing giving a baby a drug that's going to kill them that just so happens to taste good to giving them a piece of candy. Like, you're taking the most minute, irrelevant similarity, something that doesn't even really matter for either circumstance, and you're using that to link these two actions together and say they're basically the same thing. Like, really, I think this should be the last straw. I cannot understand how YouTube can allow this. People have been banned for saying far less dangerous things on this website.
And I disagree with them being banned on those things, right? That's my position. I think that YouTube's way too ban happy. I think they're way too ban happy on a bunch of weird bullshit. I think that they go a little fucking wacko Encino mode on their banning, and it just doesn't really ever feel fair or logical. And I think that they should cut back on their banning and focus on the real fucking predators on the platform, because they exist. They 100% exist. They're 100% out there. And I think that the lack of focus on like stuff like that, like bots and comments, like cruel, like insane illegal marketing schemes, like scams and shit. They have all this focus on banning people that say something too edgy instead of banning shit that actually matters. And that's my position. And I feel like some people are going to watch this and say that I'm condoning the shit she says. Absolutely fucking not. She is a dipshit. She's a fucking... We called ourselves... Look at this fucking retard in the wild. We are ourselves a wild retard out there. That's about how I feel about it. I just don't... There is no realm that I'm ever going to agree with anything that vegan teacher ever says, because she's a fucking unhinged lunatic that dresses like she's like straight out of a 90s kids movie. Like, who the fuck, like, she looks not even, like, she's the kid in the 90s kid movie. She looks like she's going to fucking solve mysteries around the neighborhood. She looks like a dipshit. Like, this is, like, I don't get it. I don't, and like, her, like, standing up against bullying, and then she bullies people, it's obviously dumb fucking retard behavior, right? It's some, like, gay retard behavior, and I don't, like, endorse any of it, but I don't think she should be banned for it either.
You can make this comparison, and you can believe that these two things are similar in any capacity. That is very, very telling of your morals and your values and your beliefs, and that is not the kind of person who should be on this website. And definitely not the kind of person who's able to monetize saying stuff like this. Like, seriously, YouTube, if you still want to pretend that you value child safety on this website, then you simply cannot have a huge, recognizable content creator saying shit like this. It goes against everything you claim to be about. A person downplaying arguably the most heinous crime on the planet is predatorial. There's just no other word to describe it. Downplaying one of the most horrific things you could do to a child as something that is nothing worse than feeding it a certain kind of food. It takes a very
well, and here's the thing. We all know she's an unhinged person. We all know that. That's not like new fucking relevant information. She's an unhinged human. She has like no logic in her fucking body. So, like, you look at her in the regards of like that, it's like in her mind, she thinks those things are the same. She's not downplaying it. She's upplaying the eating of meat as being the same. In her mind, she agrees those things are the same thing. So again, your arguments being on the basis of your bias, and you need to look at it from her bias and to really encompass the actual argument. And that's where I'm saying that, is she unhinged? Is she retarded? Yes. Is her comparison absolutely out of this fucking world, some fucking cum falcon behavior? Of course, dude. Of fucking course it is. But at the end of the day, I don't think she's doing what you're saying she's doing, because I think that you already don't like her and you want to look at this in the most bad faith way possible. And all this will do is like what she showed in her little fucking screen that was up here was other vegans talking about like how she wasn't rightfully banned. And again, all that's going to do by banning her over this type of shit is embolden those type of people, because you are now making a martyr out of this bitch. You will then empower her to another level. I mean, we see it all the time. Is there any reason why anybody would logically listen to Nick Fuentes? No. But the fact that like he was out here banned and he was kicked out of banks and all this stuff made it seem like he was like this giant victim to the giant industrial or like left-wing industrial machine, and they're persecuting him. And that's all it's going to do is make her look like a persecuted victim at the end of the day. Like that's my thought on it. And that's why I don't think making or getting her banned is the right decision. I think we should fucking make fun of her. Bring bullying back. Bully the shit out of this red glasses freak. This fucking weird fucking bulimic looking old lady, right? We should be like fucking clowning on her, and then eventually the internet will be like, oh, it's kind of funny to make fun of this chick. Let's keep doing it. Right? Because I just think that like eventually she'll be like, oh, she'll just live in her little corner of just Spurg mentality, and that's what will be the end of it. She won't like ever like die out of irrelevancy, because she says the most fucking unhinged wild shit that she will pop back up in the news cycle. And to be honest, bro, for the content, I want her still here. You think that like, hey, let's look at Augustus the Falcon. Look at it right here, dude. Look at right here. 319 views, bro. 319 views. You obviously are going to make a fucking bag every time she says something stupid and unhinged and calling for her to be banned. Like, it's just like it's going to keep existing, and I don't really see a realm where your argument that she's downplaying it makes sense, especially in context. I'm not saying it's a good argument, but I'm saying that I think that you're letting your bias get in the way.
Strange and dark mind, not only to come up with that comparison, but to share it with people. There is something wrong here. There is something severely off about this woman, and YouTube...
Yes, she's retarded. Like, she's a fucking absolutely Spurg demon.
Does not need to allow her to have a platform anymore. I'm not even joking at this point. Something needs to be done. Well, guys, what do you think? At this point, I really feel like there's just really no excuse for YouTube not doing anything. Like we've talked about multiple times in the past, that vegan teacher has already done a lot of shit that warrants a ban, and now she's doubled down on what I feel like is her most egregious offense. Like, at some point, something has to be done if YouTube is going to be a safe platform. Can't just keep turning a blind eye letting this kind of shit happen. It just makes...
Well, and here's the thing. This is the problem with YouTube's bans to make it a safe platform, is they focus on a bunch of shit that really doesn't matter, and like getting focused on like crazy people that like saying stupid shit like her, again, I think takes priority away from the shit that does matter. Because I could literally look up a couple different search things on YouTube and find some of the most unhinged shit on the platform. There's like, I'm sure if you look up like Rule 34 type words, you will find yourself a bunch of like bad shit on YouTube, and it gets to exist just fine. Because it's small enough to exist under the radar. These channels that are posting that type of shit are doing one and dones and are waiting till they get banned, and then they start up another small channel with a fucking burner email, and then do it again. And I think the focus should be on quelling that shit and doing that shit before it, like, right away. Just like focus on that shit. When it pops up, destroy it. Like, yeah, there are straight up videos where you can see like pussies getting shaved on this website, and I'm not even fucking kidding. And this is like supposed to be a safe platform or whatever. It's like, no, dude. Like, what are we talking about here? Like, there is way worse shit on the platform than the vegan teacher making an absolutely fucking retarded comparison. Like, that's all I'm saying. That's my position.
no sense why they would allow somebody to say shit like this when nobody would miss her. She's not bringing in a lot of money for YouTube. She's not bringing in a lot of views. She's not bringing in anything positive. Why the fuck is she still around? I don't get it.
Well, again, there's your thing. Like, you made the argument earlier, and again, Augustus the dodo bird, you made the comparison that she's getting relevancy, that she is an active, a powerful voice. And if you look at her subscriber count, you could be like, oh yeah, maybe she is. But if you look at her views, she's not. Dude, she has trouble like, she rarely breaks 10k views, which is insane for a channel with that many subscribers. You look at the fact that most of her videos sit around anywhere from like 600 to like 2 to 5,000 views. She's really not making a lot of waves. People know she's an unhinged fucking nut job, so I don't think that like banning her would do anything other than make her more popular.
See ya.
But yeah, that's my opinion on that, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for everything. Like, subscribe, tell me I'm wrong in the comments. I think I came in, I try my best to, when I'm doing this stuff, you might think, oh, well, he's being like fucking supporting this or doing this, or he's fucking fence riding. I'm not trying to do any of that. I'm just I think that what I try to do is bring my own perspective into things. Now, if you don't like that, that's fucking fine. I really don't give a shit. I'm just here to give you my own perspective. And the way this video started out with having her banned and being that like a real force for the video, I think is just where I put on like defend the vegan teacher to a certain extent moment, and it's never that I'm defending her, and I want that to be so absolutely clear that I'm never defending her. I'm defending the fact that I just think that all that would do would make this platform harder to like have fun on, right? It would be like, okay, so we're banning this, so then I make an edgy joke about like misting cum in the air, and how I jerk off so much that my entire state is basically just cum rain, and then somebody says, can you believe this predator wants the entire state that he lives in to be cum rain? You know, I know that that's like a wild comparison, and obviously that's much less than what the vegan teacher said, but you start banning for this shit, I just see it as slippery slope to getting worse. I mean, we've seen this slippery slope shit happen on this platform time and time again, to where they'll ban you for literally just wild shit. They're like, oh, well, we decided this is the focus that we're going this week, and we're banning people who say this shit. I just don't see it. I don't see it as a rational or logical way to go about things. I think that making fun of her and calling her the lol cow she is the best route about it. But that's all I got for you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.